Good afternoon and welcome to everybody. This is an exciting day, and even if this is somewhat of an unconventional setting, perhaps without some of the pomp and circumstance that we usually would have for a grand announcement with our Spirit Squads here, it's still important to introduce Melissa D'Amico in a formal fashion. We did make the offer on Friday. This became official on Friday. We made the announcement, and she had the occasion to meet with the team via Zoom Friday afternoon and has just met with the team in the locker room for the first time in person. And I know that we're all excited for this occasion. In early April, it became somewhat apparent that we were going to be looking for a new head women's basketball coach. We set May 1st as our deadline. And that was, I think, an appropriate deadline to do a lot of vetting of candidates. And I'm happy to announce that we hit the May 1st deadline with a week to spare. And that was largely due to the work of Christy Bowers, our SWA, and Brittany Kane, Senior Associate AD, who did a lot of the vetting, a lot of the coordinating of details. And they ultimately not only helped us meet the deadline, but they helped us secure a great candidate who will turn out to be a great head coach. And we had a lot of great candidates, and I knew we would. And I've said this before, I knew we would because this is a really, really, really good job, if not a great job. Why is it a good job? Why is it a great job? There's a couple reasons for that. Number one, the job that Marissa Mosley and her staff did was nothing short of remarkable, and I have said that publicly and privately for a long time, and I think it's appropriate to acknowledge that on this day of transition. The second reason I think this is a great job is this program is appropriately supported and resourced by the university. It puts us in position to have a great experience, and it puts us in position to win. And the third, and perhaps the most important reason why this is a wonderful opportunity is because the women who are here, the women who are not here, but I told our team on Friday when we met, they're part of the reason that this is such a special opportunity. The women of our basketball program are great ambassadors for the sport of basketball, but great ambassadors for our university. And I say this, and I mean it, they have rebuilt the culture of BU women's basketball. Melissa has a great reputation across this industry. She has a wonderful track record as a recruiter, recruiting students who can succeed in academically challenging environments. We like the fact that Wake made the tournament last year, and she was instrumental in their success. We certainly like her outlook on community responsibility, and I'll let her talk to you about her nonprofit initiative, Play Bold. Most of all, we liked her, and I was really pleased and gratified when I heard from two people independent of the basketball world, of the women's basketball world, I should say, that told me how much we were going to like her. And they were colleagues with her at two different places. And again, independent of each other, they both said, "You have a superstar." I'm happy to welcome her fiance, Matt, and I'm thrilled to introduce Melissa D'Amico as Boston University's 9th head women's basketball coach. Melissa.
I always forget you don't have to smile with a mask on in those photos, but thank you guys for all being here. I know it looks a little different, but so goes our lives of COVID over the last year, right? I just want to start out by saying I'm so honored and humbled to be able to have the opportunity to coach at a world-class institution like Boston University. I'm absolutely thrilled to be part of the Terrier family, and I'm really excited just to share with you all the many reasons why. But first, I do want to say thank you to some very special people. Robert Brown, President Robert Brown, Drew Maricello, their amazing staff and athletics here who have gotten the chance to really get to know over the last couple weeks. Christy Bowers, Brittany Kane, you've all been amazing at making me feel so welcome from the first time I stepped on campus to me standing up here right now. The whole process has been so seamless, and I'm just so grateful for that. You guys have done such a tremendous job. Thank you all for providing this incredible opportunity and for your trust and belief in me to be able to represent this university and this program. My former players, fellow coaches, and mentors, thank you for loving me, growing me. You guys have really deeply impacted me in my career, and each one of you has made me not just a better coach, but a better person as well. Coach McGraw, whose appreciation I have for her, instrumental in my whole career. I appreciate her so much, that relationship. Nikki Hayes-Fort, who took a chance and gave me my first opportunity to coach. Anne-Marie Guglieri, who's a rock star administrator and has always found the time to pick up the phone and help a young coach. And especially to my dear friend and mentor, Allison Guth. She's been an incredible inspiration to me. Just taught me so much about the game of basketball and about being a great person, and just the importance of being true to who you are. So I would not be here today if it wasn't for you, Coach. Of course, to my family who supported me, who can't be here today because of COVID, but I know they're watching, and they've just been so supportive throughout my career as a player and as a coach, and a lot of times that career took me away from them. But I would not be here without their support and their belief in me. And then to my best friend and #1 recruit of all time, Matt, who is here with me today, who I get to marry in exactly 5 days, right? What a week, am I right? He has just sacrificed so much for me to be able to live my dreams. And the dreams I have, he just endlessly supports, but he also joins me in. And that means so much to me, that I get to have a partner and a teammate for the rest of my life who I really love. But I am going to cut it off there because I don't want to take up all my vows for this weekend. When I think about living my dreams, which I just mentioned, being back in the Northeast is a dream come true, truly. It's an amazing opportunity, not just for my family to be close together, but to be able to establish roots in a community and a city, and excitedly, the league I started my career in. A lot of you guys, if you don't know, I did start my career at Colgate. So really excited just to be back in the Patriot League. I'm excited to talk about Boston University, why I chose to be here, why it's a great fit. This is a place where I always hope to come back and really start to develop a program. And as Drew and I had talked about earlier, our values just really aligned, whether it was the athletic department, the university, or the community as a whole that surrounds this place. I really believe in this university, 100%. I believe in what can provide for all of you guys as student athletes and young women. I think the city alone provides such an amazing opportunity for internships and research opportunities that are really going to propel you guys into the future and get you ready for life after basketball. What I do love about BU, especially, is that it's a place that attracts high achievers and fosters a culture of excellence. Our culture will be one that is always constantly pursuing excellence on the court, in the classroom, and in the community. Competing in a league like the Patriot League is really exciting, and I think it does a tremendous job in supporting academic life and student athlete experience while giving you guys the opportunity to compete for championships, which is what we want to do. Our young women are not just pigeonholed and labeled in a box of athlete or basketball players, but instead your possibilities are endless, and BU does a tremendous job at making that a possibility for you. When I think about my first impression of BU, I think I can't wait to be a part of such a diverse culture and community, and a city that loves all sports, not just hockey, all sports, and to be a part of an incredible tradition of excellence and a blend of academics and athletics. To have all the tools and the personnel, which is you guys, to win a Patriot League championship, and I know that we can do it. And it's because of the solid foundation that was built here and the work you guys put in the years before me. But really the X factor, and I'll use a coaching term, the X factor for me have been the people here. Just incredible. Our fearless leader, Drew, to his administration, to the people now I get to call colleagues, and to the amazing alumni network that I've been able to meet that just truly cherish their time here. And to you, young women, who have already shown how incredible you are in so many ways. The individuals here make all the difference, and I'm so excited to work along and grow with a group of amazing and supportive human beings. You'll hear me say a lot of words like growth and love, which I've mentioned already a few times. And the players know we've talked a lot about what those are going to look like for us. People have asked, what is your basketball program going to look like? And it's really exciting when you think about all those puzzle pieces coming together, and especially in terms of the values of our program. You'll find that this team is going to be committed to servant leadership and growth. There's a quote that says, if service is beneath you, leadership is beyond you. And I want all of our student athletes to be better people, players, and be ready to be better leaders as well for when they graduate. I want them to have loved playing the game of basketball, but also love playing together and for each other. And I think that you'll find that we're going to be deeply committed to that, and I'm going to be deeply committed to our players in all walks of life, not just on the court. As a teacher and a player and coach, my priority is to love and serve our young women. And I'm also going to push them on the court. I'm going to push them in the classroom, and I want to grow them into better versions of themselves. In speaking to our student athletes over the last couple weeks, I've just been blown away. And we've talked about basketball, the program, expectations coming from the coaches, expectations for them, style of play, all those things. But more importantly, we've talked about family, we've talked about internships, we've talked about social injustice, missions trips, nonprofit organizations, and we talked about Netflix too. It wasn't all serious, but it's just been incredible. I've been so blown away by all of them. They're such an amazing group of young women. They're thoughtful young women, yet passionate, and they want to win in every aspect of life. I'm so eager to get started with them. And what I told them, even from our first Zoom, was I know they did not choose me as their coach, and their recruiting process looked very different, but I 1000% chose them. And I'm just really, really excited to grow together, to serve our community together in love, and just to build a legacy that goes far beyond basketball. So in closing, I just want to thank everybody again for this opportunity. I can't wait to meet the rest of Terrier Nation and this community of Boston. So thank you so much. Go be you.